Good morning, Foundation. I've got a story for you today. I've chosen this story because it links to our learning in literacy this week, all about looking after our planet and taking care of the environment around us. But before listening to today's story, I want you to join in with today's reading session with me. So we're going to take a look at the front cover. Can you find the title of our story? Here it is. Tidy. What does tidy mean? I wonder if you can tell me what tidy looks like. How do you help your grown-ups tidy up? What do we do when we tidy up in school? Let's have a look at the front cover now. Which animals can you see? That's right, it's a badger. How do we know it's a badger? We can see it's black and white stripes. Do you know any information about badgers? I wonder if you can remember some facts about badgers from our nocturnal animal learning. Let's have a look at the illustrations on the front cover. So that's the pictures. Which season do you think it might be? Use the pictures to help you. How can we tell it's autumn time? What happens to the trees during autumn time? Let's have a look at the author of our story. So it's Emily Gravitt. Emily Gravitt is the author of our story, Tidy, today. So she's the person that's wrote the story, but she's also the person that's drawn the illustrations of our story today. Now that we've had a good look at the front cover, I want you to predict what the story will be about. So you could use the illustrations to think about what might happen, or you might use the title, Tidy, to think and predict what might happen in our story today. This is the back of our story. And when we turn to the back of our story, what do we find? That's right, it's the blurb. And the blurb is where it gives us a little bit more information about what the story will be about before we open it up and have a read. Let's have a read of the blurb together. Pete likes everything to be neat and tidy, but sometimes it's good to know when to stop. In this fresh and funny story from one of today's most gifted storytellers, a lovable badger learns to love his forest home just the way it is, even if it is a bit messy. What have you found out from the blurb? By reading the blurb, I have found out that the name of the badger on the front cover might be Pete. Have we found anything else about Pete? That's right, Pete likes everything to be neat and tidy. I wonder if that gives us any ideas about what the story will be about. We're going to do our think out loud now. So I'm going to show you a picture from the story, and I want you to think about any questions you might want to find out or anything you wonder as you look at the picture from the story. So here's one of the illustrations from our story today. Have a good look at the picture. What does it make you wonder about? Does it make you want to ask any questions? I'm wondering, why is the badger hoovering in the woods? Pause the video to share with your grown-up what this page makes you think about and what does it make you wonder about. Now that we've had a good think about the story, I want you to use the link here. So type this link into your internet search engine to listen to our story. And I want you to think about something whilst you're listening to the story. So just like we've been taking care of our planet by recycling our rubbish at home, whilst you're listening to the story, I want you to think about how the badger is taking care of his forest home. And once you've listened to our story today, I want you to be a reading detective and think about what the missing word might be. So it says, when it rained, there was a flood, and afterwards a lot of something. So listen carefully to the story to find out what our missing word might be. I hope you enjoy our story today.